The haunted self. How the narcissist uses you to breathe. A clinical symbolic synthesis of introjects, ego collapse, and shared psychic occupation, with theoretical integration from Professor Sam Wagner. The narcissist is not empty. They are overfilled, not with a self, but with an architecture of conflicted introjects, internalized objects, and snapshot imposed expectations. As Vaknin writes, the narcissist possesses no real ego, only a false self animated by the voices of internalized others, all of whom demand allegiance or annihilation. This is not a void, it is a courtroom, a haunted parliament, a war camp, where we as survivors have fragmented ego parts, the mute child, the truth self, the redeemer, the false protector, and the introjective enforcer. The narcissist has no such parts. They have only introjects, permanently at war. The narcissist's inner world is hyper organized around one thing: supply. Internal construction. What actually lives inside the narcissist. According to Wagner, what we mistake for a self in the narcissist is actually a false self built out of snapshot introjects. Others are frozen into useful forms and inserted internally. Confabulated memory. Events are rewritten to preserve internal supremacy. Split objects. Love and hate are not integrated, but assigned to different copies of you. Projected shame. They cannot metabolize guilt, so it becomes your fault. Cold empathy. They simulate emotion through mirror neuron mimicry, not affective resonance. Where MPIT offers a map of trauma-induced ego inversion, ASR 1 to 3, Vaknin reveals that the narcissist structure never constellated a central self to begin with. Their psyche is not fractured, it is coalesced into defensive avatars. These internal voices are not parts of a self, they are foreign soldiers housed in the same collapsed chamber. False self in reaction formation, the war against feeling. In input terms, the narcissist ASR1 pre-verbal annihilatory terror was never resolved. The true self retreated, and the organism adapted by installing a reaction formation complex. Self made entirely of protective mimicry. Vaknin confirms this. Love becomes lethal, so they love bomb. Shame becomes intolerable, so they shame others. Fear is unbearable, so they rage. Empathy is unbearable, so they mirror and simulate. The narcissist then is not reactive. They are structured around refusal. Love equals annihilation, leading to must be replaced by seduction. Shame equals ego death, leading to must be projected. Fear equals exposure, leading to must be preempted with control. Fawn equals submission, leading to must be mocked or punished. There is no room inside for nuance, only loyalty to the interjects that keep the false self afloat. Why the narcissist needs you. The grafted interface. This is where MPIT sharpens the frame. The narcissist cannot exist without an externalized libido thread, a supply stream that connects their introjective fantasy to the real world. You become that thread, but you are not engaged with, you are not seen, you are snapped, as Wagner described, into a role, a pose, an internal object with a singular function to regulate their false self. You become the mother that never soothed, the father that never approved, the child they abandoned in themselves, but not to heal it, to conquer it. In this architecture, attachment is not connection, it is occupation, it is invasion through snapshotting and internal role enforcement. So let's map the narcissist's internal collapse. In the M-pit structure, the ASR1 equals annihilation. Vaknin describes this as the frozen nuclear trauma. The ASR2, which is our anticipatory stress reflex in our adult self. In Vaknin's eyes, this is the construction of a false self via external gaze. The ASR3, the shadow reflex, in Vaknin's eyes, is the reaction formation, mimicking attachment to avoid intimacy. Our mute child in MPIT is the rejected infantile self, sealed in the inner chamber, the introjective enforcer. In Vaknin's eyes, these are the internalized punishing figures, the mother, father, and society at large, the false protector. In Vaknin, the grandiose, posturing, cold empathy shield. And in MPIT, the truth self. In Vaknin's terms, it's entirely absent. It's inaccessible due to the shame loop. We have the Redeemer. In Vaknin's terms, this is projected onto the victims. They must heal the narcissist. This map shows that what the survivor contains, the narcissist coerces. Where we integrate internal parts under pressure, they use external people to perform these functions. The narcissist is not unfeeling, they are overrun. Vaknin is clear. Narcissists do not lack feeling, they dread it. They know its power and they fear its breach. And so they override it. Control, narrative domination, snapshot insertion, confabulation through memory rewriting, libidinal colonization. They do not connect, they simulate connection. They are not self aware, they curate an identity. They are not empty, they are occupied. The final loop, why survivors are needed. Survivors are not loved, they are used as structural supports in the narcissist's internal house of mirrors. Without you, the introjects turn on each other. The hallucinated order collapses. The performance fails. This is why they hoover. This is why they devalue. This is why they need your mirror. You were never being loved. You were being installed. Peace out. Loads of love.